Logos POW.
Right, let's have a look at some Game Gear shoot-'em-ups that you could play on the move, if you had a lot of batteries. Right, first off we have, well, what's called Power Strike 2. It's actually really Game Gear Aleste 2, but it shares its name with the Master System game of the same name, or at least a Power Strike 2 name anyway. But it's not quite the same. It is a different game from that. And that looks like it's scrolling backwards. Oh no, it's scrolling forwards. That was a very strange effect. I'm playing this on quite a large screen. And of course, the Game Gear didn't have a large screen. So, that's words coming out my mouth, I suppose. This is really, really good. It's a absolutely excellent little shooter for the Game Gear. I do believe, however, if you did want to play this on your Game Gear via, shall we say, official means, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Strangely enough, I've got this on the Master System. And I don't mean Power Strike 2, which of course I do have. I mean, I've got Game Gear Aleste 2 on the Master System via a weird homebrew bootleg retro cart thingy. It's got quite nice artwork on the cover too, which is obviously reminiscent of the Japanese Game Gear art. But yeah, it shares a lot in common with, well, to be honest, all the Aleste games, Power Strikes included. There's an amazing amount of stuff that's going on the screen here. One thing I would say though, because there's so much awesome stuff going on here, I'd imagine it's actually probably really hard to follow on an actual Game Gear on the original hardware. Now I don't have a working Game Gear anymore. I think I've got a couple of broken ones in the loft. I probably should send to someone like More Fun Making It Leave to have fiddled with. Mind you, I've got a huge pile of consoles that need repairing, including 2 Neo Geos. So, you know, priorities. Meanwhile, yes, back to Game Gear Aleste 2, aka Power Strike 2. This is also available on the Aleste collection-y thing for the PlayStation 4 and the Switch. I've got it on the Switch, so it's a nice thing to have. It's also got the Master System versions of both Power Strike games, as well as all 3 Game Gear Aleste games. That's right, there's 3. Because there was made, when was it? It must have been 2019 or 2020. A Game Gear Aleste 3, which was made for the Game Gear, and also got released on that compilation. And that is a technical marvel. In fact, let's have a quick look at a couple of seconds of it right now. See? That's absolutely great, isn't it? And apparently there is a Game Gear cartridge. It's not just some crazy ass simulation shit running on your Switch or your bollocks, PlayStation 4. It actually does run on a Game Gear. Obviously not the Nintendo Switch cartridge, because that'd be strange. Anyway, boss time! A great big fat metal little with crazy arms. And it's game over already. So yes, Game Gear Aleste 2, Power Strike 2, but not quite, is really, really good. Right, next up we have Haley Wars, or Halley Wars. This is interesting because this is a conversion of an older arcade game called Halley's Comet. And strangely enough, came out on Game Gear and no other formats until the Taito collections and on the PS2, where I think it appeared. Vacant Skull will correct me here. And it begins like the arcade game. The same music as well, which is really nice. Now this is one of those Game Gear games I actually do have the original cartridge for. Which again, don't have a working Game Gear, but I've got a lovely box version of this game. Because I was a fan of the arcade game and it's the only way you could actually buy it at the time. But yes, that music brings back memories. Lots of lovely memories of Margate Seafront and smoke-filled arcades. This is noticeably easier than the arcade version as well. Again, oh, he says crashing into some numpty there. Who taught you how to fly? As I was saying, yes, it probably isn't very easy on an original Game Gear screen. Shit. I had to go and curse it by saying it's easier than the arcade version. Well, it is, because generally speaking, I don't get this far on the arcade version. There we go, got a magical tuning fork. Come on, we need some more weapons. Weapons live in asteroids because it's their natural habitat. There we go, and there's an asteroid. There's another tuning fork, let's have that. Oh, the tuning forks you can detonate, that's cool. I've just noticed there's a percentage in the corner, that's your shoot down percentage, and I'm not sure if it's actually massively important here or if it's just really a score multiplier sort of thing. Right, let's try and concentrate and keep hold of this three-way weapon. Oh, boss time? There we go. That was easy. Oh, it's got a nice little map at the side as well. I loved that in the arcade, seeing a map of your progression. It was like the other Taito game called Tokyo, which had a similar sort of map, but albeit a map of, well, predictably enough, Tokyo. You know, it makes me sad that this and the Game Gear LS didn't get proper releases to the Master System. This might have been ported onto the Master System in the same way as my dodgy copy of Game Gear LS. But, oh, bollocks, there's a rock there. Yes, let's continue. It's a shame nobody really knows about this game, because it is excellent. Had it come out in other formats, I think it would have been something of a hit back in the early console days. Don't think I can destroy that rock. Double tuning fork action. Oh, I've lost the tuning fork. I just realised we're flying through on a Saturn's rings, aren't we? That's really cool. Right, I think we're looking at another boss now. Yep, there we go. Music's faded out. Oh, spinny asteroidy thing. Oh crap. And we're out again. So yes, Halley's Comet is really good. I do recommend you have a bash on your emulator, or if you've got a nice working Game Gear, try it on that. Let me know what the screen's like. Right, here's another weird one. Well, not weird, just unknown. This is Griffin from Telnet, or Telenet, whatever you want to call them. Now this is different because this is a multiple direction scrolling, I think it's multiple direction scrolling, push sort of shoots them up. So it sort of reminds me of Granada in a way from Mega Drive, or oh god, what's that game called on PC Engine? Metal Stoker, that. Oh, that was a smart bomb. I did not mean to do that, and it was such a weird effect. It really, the screen went mad. I was hoping the way of locking the position you're firing, like in Metal Stoker. Oh, power-ups. Can I have these, please? Or are you just going to wander around? Did that do anything? I don't know. One of them might have been another smart bomb, so I won't press the other button just in case it is. I think it's giving me a little more range to my main gun. Well, that was lucky I was positioned at that angle at that time. There's another pig. What's that going to do? What's he going to do? I just realised I've got a power bar at the side. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Flaming boomerangy shots, except they don't bounce back, they're just like a flaming arc. But still, I'm not going to complain about that. Flaming arcs are better than no arcs, I suppose. They seem to be quite powerful as well. Oh, has my ship changed shape slightly? I don't know. Just looks suddenly a bit chunkier. I just oh, it's a helicopter.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Fairly standard but quite boring attack pattern here. Holy shit, really? I thought I had loads of energy left. Right, use this very unusual nuke bomb all over this helicopter. There we go, that told it what for. What's that? B? It's a B, I have no idea what the B did. Maybe that is another bomb. Oh, I see. The power bar looks like it's gradient, but it's actually 3 lives. Oh, crap, what was that? Oh, I think it was something carpet bombing. Oh, I see. It's going to... And that's got me one of my lives back. Okay, that makes some sense. This is a quite jolly game. There was some more power-ups again. I'm probably going to get to... yeah, a boss. But if that's all it does, that's not particularly threatening. Okay, let's deal with it. Do you know what this also reminds me of? Jackal. One of my all-time favourites. Yeah, quite a tedious boss fight this. It's got that really weird flickery jumpy screen thing. Looks very, very strange. I bet that's a nightmare on a Game Gear screen. Hey, and the girl's happy because we've won a stage. Oh, in with the pumping tunes. Yeah, Griffin's not a bad game. This would probably be quite a good battery burner on the Game Gear. So that's like, what, 6 minutes? Yeah, nothing wrong with this at all. We're going to get to another boss now. Yeah, it's the blooming helicopter again.
Helicopter, helicopter.
One thing I'll say, the boss battles are A, repetitive. I mean, same boss twice now, and getting rid of it just seems to be a chore, so I've just spammed all my bombs. Yes, if you like something like Jackal or Metal Stoker on the PC Engine, you'll probably quite enjoy this. Definitely nothing wrong with it, that's for sure. Right, next up we have Galaga 2. I'm not sure what to expect from this. It's going to be like the Galaga 88 and whatever on the PC Engine. It certainly looks like it. And I like a bit of Galaga. I'm good at Galaga. I like Galaga. See, I can't even hit that good guy there. And it's nice and fast and stuff happens and things get shot down. And you die. Oh, crap. Yeah, it does share some similarities with Galaga 88 on the PC Engine, that's for sure. Oh, why it's called Galaga 2. Oh, Christ. Okay, we'll have another try of that. Right, I'm going to try tapping the button this time rather than just holding it down. That's a little better. But unfortunately you're going to hear me tapping the button a lot, so you know. That's a thing. Sounds in your ears. Lovely, yep, definitely more effective to tap the button rather than hold it down. Oh, they can start dive bombing me now. Crap. That is galactic dancing. It definitely is. Am I going to get some small Ridge Racer cars after doing this? If you don't know what I'm referring to.
Look it up, dummy.
36 isn't bad. Oh! Oh crap! I've got an upward scrolling shoot 'em up bit. Okay. I can't remember if the PC Engine version did this. That's interesting. Very interesting. Still can't move up and down, you can just go from side to side, so you've not got that vertical movement you have on a vertical scrolling shooter. But at the end of the day, it really is just Galaga with a scrolling backdrop, but it does give you that indication that it's more interesting. It is more interesting. Not that Galaga's dull, but, you know, stuff. Oh, those baddie things just remind me, I should cover Cosmo, the Gang the Video, or whatever it's called, that SNES game at some point. Maybe if I do, shit, another SNES shoot 'em up thing. I bet you I can't continue, can I? A nice high score. No continues there. Okay, well let's have a look at something that's the same, but a little bit different.
Welcome to bonus day.
Right, so here's a bonus game. This is Firetrack. Now, Firetrack is a old 8-bit computer shoot 'em up by Nick Pelling, which came out on the BBC and the Commodore 64 originally. And my God, my ears. So it's interesting that somebody has done a homebrew port to the Game Gear. Somebody called Ben Reeves. Find this on the SMS Power website. So, interesting to see. Let's see how it... Okay, it looks the part. It feels the part. At least the Commodore 64 version I played had a little bit of inertia on the ship. This feels a little slidey in comparison, not quite the same. But the main omission here, for me at least, is music. The Commodore 64 version had some really, really odd but interesting and good tunes, which I'll quickly play a bit here. Yeah, very nice, isn't it, that music? And all we've got in the Game Gear is just the pew 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 sound, but hey, it's homebrew, so it's probably not entirely finished. However, I do think Ben hasn't updated this in a number of years looking at the SMS Power website. But still, really nice to see. And it's got the gaudy graphics on this were this game's trademark. They really were. Where everything was going greys and golds and things like that, and things like Uridium and Warhawk, this was going unapologetically garish. And I like it. I like it a lot. It's just a shame it's missing music. In fact, let's have your music back again for a little while. Yeah, good stuff this. I recommend if you've played the Commodore 64 version, or the BBC version, or even maybe even the Acorn Electron version, you give this a go. And I've just realised the ship has auto-fire. I didn't have to tap the button at all. Okay, that would have made things quiet all round, wouldn't it? But yes, a nice pleasant surprise to find that somebody went to the trouble of converting Firetrack to the Game Gear. Very, very nice. So there were some Game Gear shoot 'em ups. What did you think of them? Comment below.
Yeah, subscribe or naff off.